it's Kinsey here. Welcome back to my channel. If you think I look kind of weird because I only have half my face on, that's because we're doing an exciting video today. So, I ordered the Lunar Beauty Advent Calendar, which is his Manny MUA's holiday launch with his brand. And today I'm going to be opening every single day and putting it together. So here is my package. I ordered the advent calendar and the 2 new lip oils, and these lip oils are actually going to have color, so I am so excited to try them on. Let's go ahead and open those first, and then we'll get into the advent calendar. Okay, so this first one is called Love Me, and these packaging is gorgeous for this release. It's like a baby pink with like an iridescent holographic triangle type look. The first color is Love Me. It's more of like a dark pinkish red shade. I'll be trying both of these on, and then I'll decide which one I want to keep on. If I had to guess, I'm probably going to keep on Love Me. But then this other one is called Tease Me. Here is this one. This one, it looks purple, but whenever I watched Manny's video, it came out more of like a dark berry shade, so hopefully that's how it shows up on me. I'm so excited to see how these feel. I wonder if they're thicker than his normal ones, just because of the fact that they are a little bit of a different formula. So here's the purple one called Tease Me. Let's go ahead and try it on. I think it's pretty, but I feel like it's a little bit too purpley for me. I think it would look better with maybe like a lip under it or something like that. But yeah, this shade is really pretty though. I think it would look really good on a little bit deeper skin tones, but on me, maybe not the best color. Okay, so I took that one off. I'm going to go ahead and put on the other shade now. And Tease Me smelled amazing. It had like a berry type smell, I think. This one, I like the shade a lot better. It looks so much better on me, I think, than the other shade. This one smells just like strawberries. Okay, so the most exciting thing is right here. This is the advent calendar from Lunar Beauty. Look how gorgeous this is. So pretty. So this is the card that it came with, obviously just telling information. So let me go ahead and get you the info. So each lip oil is $18, and the 12 Days of Lunar Advent Calendar is $50, which I think is a really good price because it makes a palette, if you didn't know. And I did see on the Full Coverage podcast that Manny said one of the shades in here didn't get pressed correctly, I think it was, and so he sent the correct shade here and wants us to use this in our palette instead of the other shade as well. So I will try and open this shade when I open the other shade. I think it's shade number 9. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to just kind of figure it out as I go. But that was really actually very thoughtful of Manny, because he didn't agree with how his other shade was pressed, so he sent a different one. So I think that was really good of him. So I took off the plastic, and here is what the outside looks like of the packaging. So pretty. I love how this looks. He did more of like a snowy Aurora Borealis type Christmas look instead of like a actual like red and green, which I really enjoy the look of this a little bit better. I did angle the camera down a little bit just so we can look at the shades a little bit better. Okay, so it just opens like this. It swings open like so. I will read you the message on the inside first. So it says, ever since I was a kid, there was magic in advent calendars. I loved anxiously opening one a day, awaiting the big 25th. It's like a mini gift every day, and that's exactly what I wanted to do with our advent calendar. I hope you have the most amazing holiday. Love, Manny MUA. That's so cute. I love advent calendars. I love watching people unbox all the advent calendars from different brands and stuff. The only advent calendar I ever have is one my mom puts out every year and puts candy in. I've never had one like this, and I'm so excited, but I'm going to actually open all of the days today instead of opening them actually in December, because I want to show you guys what the palette looks like, and I want to see. I haven't watched any reviews of opening the palette because I wanted to be completely surprised when it came to the shades and everything. So let's go ahead and get into it. So he told us first to open the palette day. Well, if I can open it. Okay, so I will say I'm having some trouble actually getting into the palette. It's like not ripping perfectly on the lines, but I know he mentioned that sometimes they don't get perforated enough to where they rip on the line, so you just kind of have to cut it, which is kind of what I did, but I didn't want to destroy it, but I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, I finally got it open, and it looks pretty messed up, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and take my palette out. Oh no, I messed up the top. I messed up the top of it trying to get it out. Look. That's so sad. That sucks. Can't believe it messed up the top trying to get it out. That's okay, that's okay. It's just some scratched up a little bit, but that's fine. You don't really look at the top anyway. But let's just look at the packaging for a moment. That is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. Can you just look at that? Everything is raised, like the trees and the moon are all raised, and that's so pretty. When you open it up, you just have the magnetized little spaces that the shadows will go in, and obviously a mirror. So let's go ahead and get into the actual calendar and start building our palette. This is the very exciting part. Okay, so day 1, they all go in order, day 1 to 12. So let's go ahead and get into day 1. These are very hard to get into, I will say. Okay, there we go. I got day 1 open. And there's the little eyeshadow. It comes in its own little box. It's so cute. It's a little purple box that says Lunar Beauty on it. And let's go ahead and open this first one and see what she looks like. Pretty, so pretty. Oh my gosh, so this first shade is like, I don't know if you can see it. It's like a gold, but it has a bit of like a greenish reflect to it. That's so gorgeous. I'm not going to swatch any of these yet, and I'm not going to take them out of their package. Once I get everything open, I will make my palette look pretty, and then I'll go through swatches of everything and see how they look. But honestly, I did not see a shade name, so I don't think any of these are gonna have shade names, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I get it because you're building your own palette. So yeah, let's go on to day number 2. Okay, that one opened pretty easily as well. So they're all gonna be in these little purple boxes. Let's see what this shade looks like. Ooh, this one is like a bright purple. This is like a little bit more pinky toned of a purple. That is so pretty. I love a good purple eyeshadow. I cannot wait to see the shades that go with it that can make a look. I'm so excited. Right, day number 3. Okay, day number 3 looks similar to day number 1. But I see it's more of like an actual goldy champagne shade. This one doesn't look to have any green glittery shades in it. So comparing them side by side, I can see that day number 1 here and day number 2. Day number 2 is a lot lighter and a lot more champagne-y gold than this one. So they're definitely different, and they'll complement each other so well. Alright, let's go to day number 4. So they're very hard to open. I've just been kind of popping my finger in and then pulling out the shadow with it. That seems to be the best way for me to do it. So, alright. Okay, this shade's interesting. Here's shade number 4. It seems to be a brownish red, like a brick red almost, but with a little bit more brown, a little bit of purple. That shade's very unique. That's pretty. I'm trying to go pretty fast opening it, but it's hard to get in there. These are very hard to open, but that's okay. But I'm trying to go fast with the shades. That way I can make my palette and do a look. Also, ooh, I like this shade. This shade is like a champagne rose gold pinky shade. That is gorgeous. Day number 6, halfway through. Let's see what we get. Oh my gosh, I did not expect this shade to be in here. Wow. This is day number 6. This is like a straight up mustardy yellow shade. This would look really good with greens, but I just was not expecting this to be in this palette so far based on the colors that we've gotten. But I actually really, really like that shade. I know it probably looks weird. I'm like sitting sideways because I'm trying to open all of this stuff. But yeah, so sorry about that. Day number 7. Wow, this is a very interesting color. It's like a purpley brown gold shift. Like if you can see that. It's like purple here, and when you turn it down, it's like brownish gold. That shade's very pretty, very interesting. So far, these shades have been pretty and kind of not what I expected, I guess. But still very, very pretty. Okay, this is kind of interesting, but it goes with it. This is just a very green. It kind of looks like an olivey green, I would call it. I like the shade of green, but I don't know. I guess I will have to see how these colors all look whenever they are together. I think that will be the true test. When you see all of them individually, you're not so sure, but when you put them all together, I'm sure it'll be a gorgeous palette. Alright, shade number 9. This is gorgeous. This is green, like a green shimmery shade. I'm almost 100% sure this is the shade he said was not pressed correctly and to switch out with the alternate shade that he sent. So I'll open that shade in a minute and just make sure, but I'm almost 100% sure he said it was the green shade in the calendar. So yeah, but here is the shade. It's a very pretty green. I think it will go well with all the other gold shimmers that we have so far. Shade number 10 is like a straight up brown. This is my kind of shade. I love this shade. It's like I got a little bit more of a reddish tint to it, but it's still very caramel brown, I would say. Alright, 2 days left. Day 11 and day 12. I wonder what he put in the final day, day 12. Day 11. This is like a pink rose gold shimmer. That color is so beautiful. I love that. I love rose gold for the holidays. Way better than I like green. Just saying. But yes, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Now, for the final day. Day number 12. Let's see. Oh, is this black? I think this is a black. I'm almost 100% sure this is black. It could be different when I swatch it, but it looks black in the container. So I think we have a black for day number 12. That's very interesting. This color palette is very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and put the palette together. Then I'll go over some swatches for you guys, and then I will do a look on my eyes. I built my palette, and here is how it looks. I think this looks so pretty in the actual palette. You can kind of see it a little bit better like that. My lights are kind of making it mess up the actual shades. But yeah, there's how my palette looks. I think it's so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and go through swatches with you guys. They don't have shade names, so kind of, you know, can't do that. But okay, so here are all the swatches of the palette. I think it looks so pretty. I actually swatched out. These shades look so gorgeous. I'm so excited to try this palette. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe these off because I know some of these are going to stain. Okay, so I'm thinking of going a little bit more green on my eyes because I don't really do green eyeshadow too often, and I feel like I should, and I really want to test this green because it looks like a very interesting color. It looks like more of an olive green, like I said before. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just start with the green. I just tapped my brush in there and I got a lot of pigment on there. So let's go ahead and go. And my eyes are actually set already, so I don't know how good the shadow will stick to my eyes. I usually go with a wet base, but I also usually do my eyes before I do the rest of my face. But since I was doing this video, I decided not to. So right now, I'm just kind of building that out on my outer corner. And so far, it's very pigmented. It's sticking very well for me not having down a like primer or anything. I just put like concealer on my lid earlier and I set it with my powder as I went along. But for not having like an actual eye primer or a sticky base, that's doing very well. I'm not going to do anything crazy today. Like look wise, I'm just gonna do something kind of simple, but it will be a little bit more colorful just because I'm using the green. But yeah, I'm just doing the same on the other eye, building that outer corner and just blending it out a bit with that green shade. I feel like the green is like the same shade as the Grinch. Like, it reminds me, like, as I'm putting it on my eye, I was like, this shade reminds me of something, but I don't know what. And as I am thinking about it, it is, like, the same exact shade as the Grinch, which I quite enjoy. I like this shade a lot, actually. This green shade is very pretty. Okay, so that just looks very messy, which is how I want it to look at the moment. So I'm just going to take a clean brush and I'm going to actually dip into that yellowy shade that we got before in the palette, the yellowy mustardy shade, and just tap off all of the excess. And I'm just going to go on the very outer edge of the green to blend it out even more. That yellow is very pigmented. I literally dipped in barely and I tapped off the excess and it's already showing up so much. That's crazy. I don't know what shimmer I want to use. I don't want to use the green one, I don't think. Should I go in with this one? It was like very gold though. Let's see. I will go in with that one first, and then if it looks too gold, I'll put the other one on top. Holy crap, his shimmers are, wow. I always forget how good his shimmers are every time. That was like straight foil on my eye, and it looks very gold, so I think I'm going to add a little bit of the other one on top just because I don't want it to be like straight gold. Wow. Oh my gosh, Manny. I think you stepped it up with the shimmers in this palette. Holy crap. That is gorgeous. Oh. Oh my gosh. I look like I have literal metal on my eyes. Okay. Yeah. That's amazing. I went ahead and finished off my makeup while I was gone. I just put on some lashes. I think these are Lily Lashes Mykonos Light. And then all I did was add like a brown lip liner, and then I put on that Love Me gloss again, and I just added a little bit of brown underneath my eyes. So that's pretty much it. So now let's talk about my thoughts on this collection. Okay. I kind of have mixed feelings. I love the advent calendar to palette type of like idea that he came up with, but I'm kind of disappointed by the shade choices that he made for this palette, because when you look at the actual outside and the actual advent calendar, it's more of like blues and purples and like pinks and white and stuff like that. So I thought that the palette would have a little bit more of that in it, but then when you opened it and got all of these like warm tone, almost fall shades, it kind of disappointed me a bit. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this palette. Like, the inside is stunning. Like, this is a gorgeous palette. It applied beautifully. I love the shades, but I don't feel like they match a holiday, Christmassy release, because when I think of winter or anything, I think of like blues and stuff, and I feel like that's what he was going with the packaging on the outside. But the inside didn't quite match. This, for me, is like a straight up fall palette. It's got the purples, the browns, the greens, the golds. All of that screams fall to me and not necessarily Christmas or winter. So I'm a bit disappointed by that. But don't get me wrong, I will continue to use this palette. I absolutely love it. It's just the outside packaging doesn't quite match the inside shades for me. Now, on the other hand, these two lip oils I absolutely love. I feel like these scream wintry, Christmassy collection. They got like a reddish pink, and this is like a berry tone, but this looks like winter to me. So yeah. Overall, I love this collection so much. It's gorgeous. I'm just a little disappointed in the shades that he chose to go into the actual palette. But other than that, the shades performed gorgeous. His formula is one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas out there. It's so, so good. But yeah, so those are all my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next from me. And yeah, I love you all so, so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Bye!